So,
Okay.
yes, all right. Good morning, Ruby Gold Diggers. Good morning, Lifestyle Shapers. We are so excited to be doing this interview together this morning. I'm here with Miss Amy Machen, and I'm so excited to hear her story. She's been in our stylist community for a while, doing amazing things and blessing women with comfort, confidence, financial options, both in her local community and over her phone. So I love with our business that we have several ways to share our amazing products. And I'm going to introduce you to Miss Amy here. And Amy's going to share with us a recent win that she's had for her business. But before we get started with that, Amy, I'd love for you to introduce yourself, share a little bit more about your background, maybe, where you're from, your family life, and what you have going on.
Okay. Well, I'm Amy Machen, and I originally grew up in Laurel, Mississippi. So if you watch Hometown, that's where I grew up. Everybody's like, Laurel? Like the Laurel? I'm like, yes, the Laurel. So it's much cooler now than it was then, I can guarantee you. I have been in the ministry most of my life. I was a missionary in Ukraine and Russia. I have four girls. Our third child is an heavenly angel. And then our fourth one we adopted. And so I have four girls, and now have, I'm a grandmother of three. It's crazy. I have a 2-year-old, one 2-year-old little girl, Lucy, and then two 1-year olds, Magnolia and Violet, who are twins. And that's about it, I guess. I mean, I stay really busy running the roads.
Beautiful. We have a 2-year-old Lucy too, so I wonder if she's just as much of a stinker pants as ours.
Yes, Lucy
Yes,
is she is so cute, but yes, she's a stinker.
keeps you busy, right? So
Yep.
wonderful. I love this. So you have a big family, a vibrant family life and with your community and your ministry, and how beautiful that you can work this business alongside your other obligations, because let's be real, as moms and grandmas, we're going to put our family first, right, and put those things
Yes.
that are important to us. So it's such a beautiful thing that you've been able to grow this business while you're living your busy life. So I'd love to hear a little bit more about that, and if you're open to sharing a recent win that you've had with your business, we'd love to hear more about that.
Yes. Well, I'm going to share two quickly. Recently in October, which is still recent, I hit $100,000 in sales, which is amazing because I just do this part time. And number two, in November, I had my biggest month ever, and I sold over $7,000. So those
Amazing.
are two great for me, just being part time.
Absolutely. $100,000 in sales, and 7,000 of that being in 1 month, and you're doing this part-time. So maybe
Uh-huh.
can you share, what does that look like for you? How do you do that in part-time hours? Because I think sometimes we think, in order to be successful at this business, we have to be putting in a lot of time. So I love that you mentioned part-time. That's what, probably 98% of the women on our team are doing, alongside a busy full plate that women have. So I'd love to hear, what does it look like for you? A little bit from
Well,
your phone, sharing locally.
yes. Well, okay. Number one, it's wonderful to have such great upline that give us great tips and share things with us that are already kind of pre-done. So that helps a lot if you're super busy, and that is amazing because I don't know of many teams. I've had other team people from other teams reach out to me and ask for help, and I'm going, your team doesn't help you like ours. Number two, honestly, it's wherever I am. If I am in the car and I need to pull over because somebody texts me and I know I'm not going to have time in 30 minutes, then I'll pull over and do something really fast. I mean, I know this sounds crazy. Maybe it's TMI, but we all have to go to the potty, and I might even spend like 2 minutes on the potty, like responding to somebody or doing something like that. But yes, it's just an amazing thing, and once women try it, they tell their friends, and it's just amazing. They reach out to you and you just reach back to them. Sometimes they're in my area where I can drive. Sometimes they're in California, or they're in Mississippi or somewhere else. Cause right now I live in Arkansas. I did not share that earlier. But just kind of in little niches of your time. If I have a break for 15 or 20 minutes, I would, just kind of try to answer questions, maybe go back and look and see what I've missed, because I do miss things. That's part of having ADHD. But just in your spare time, in your time, just make it a point. It can't just happen. That's the thing I tell women that are so interested in doing it. I'm like, listen, it's not going to come to you. You are going to have to work just a smidge. You're going to have to do something. You're going to have to take the first step. You're going to have to talk to people. And if you love this product, that's so easy. You can do it while you're sitting in line at Walmart, while you're getting your groceries, if you're at the gas station, whatever. Women are always griping about their bra. Do not be afraid. Just say, you hate your bra? Girl, I haven't worn a bra in 3 years. Or I haven't, and so it's just easy like that if it's in your forefront of your mind.
I love that. So many good things that you just touched on there that I wanted to kind of recap a little bit. So you mentioned having good leadership on our team where you can just plug into a system. We have amazing tools already done for you. Some of this, just to touch on a little bit, would be, you can invite people into a Facebook group, for example, and tag them in a video, and all that information is right there. And just being a little bit intentional with that time. Like you said, having it be on the forefront of your brain. So it's like that old saying, you can do this business part-time or full-time, but you can't do it in spare time. It's like, we do it in spare time, but being intentional, in that spare time is really important. So, I love how you said too, sharing where you are. There's women everywhere, right? And now
Yes.
with our phones, it's like everywhere. You can be connected when you're in a room with men, right? I
Exactly.
love that,
Exactly.
yeah,
Can I share one thing real quick? The
absolutely.
other day, so we live in a kind of a smaller community, a small town, and the school is relatively small. And I was in the office the other day, and the assistant principal was there. I'm like, "Hey, I met your mom," and he said, "You did? How did you meet my mom?" I went, "Ooh, did you really want to know?" I was like, "She ditched her bra like that," and he like flipped out. And then all the women at the front desk and the principal and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, she ditched her bra. That's amazing." And then he told me in the school line 2 days later, he said, "I will never be the same. I will never be the same." But it was so much fun because not only that, then I have 4 women who are like, "I wear ruby ribbon too. It's awesome." So wherever you are, there's always women, but sometimes there's men.
Yes, it's too funny. And we think of it as a women-centered business, but really it does expand beyond that because when we're happy women, our husbands are happy. And I have a story too. I actually had a husband log in to his wife's Facebook account. This was last month, and he said, "Kayla, I know this is super weird. I'm such and such husband. I'll just say her name, not husband. I'm Carrie's husband, and she has struggled with bras for years. And I want to buy her some of these camis for her birthday present. Just tell me what I need to get her." And I was so touched. It's like, when we feel good and look good, we can do amazing things. We can be happier people. And, the important men in our life want that too. So I wanted to touch on one other thing. You said referrals from people. So when I got started too, I love that you mentioned that you're from a small community. So am I. And I didn't have, this big network. And I had that fear, getting started, like, how am I going to talk to people about these amazing camis? I, have a handful of good mom friends, and how can I expand beyond? But it really just takes one woman to start sharing. And as women, we love sharing,
We
things that we
do.
love. So that has been amazing, people referring, people doing referral posts online and in our local communities, get with the no bra lady, right? So
Yes.
good times. So
Yes, I was at a community prayer event and it rained. So we weren't praying at the police office and stuff like that. It was storming. And after I got through, I was supposed to pray over the police officers. And one of the ladies said, "Oh my gosh, that's my bra lady up there praying." And then after at the end, she had to come up and say, "I told my husband that's my bra lady." I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you."
yeah, us praying ladies need good bra options too, right?
Yes, right?
Oh, too funny. So, hello, ladies. If you're joining, show Amy some love in the comments. Feel free to ask any questions. And so, I wanted to ask you, Amy, too, as we're wrapping up here. I have 2 more questions. One of them is, what has changed for you since becoming a stylist? For some, it's you feel better, you have more confidence, more comfort. Some is the sisterhood, the connection, some is financial. What is that for you?
Can I say all three? All three. It is amazing. I absolutely love sharing. First off, it was amazing for me. I wear a 40I and underwires were just miserable. They were uncomfortable. The straps always fell. It didn't matter if I spent $150 on a bra. In 3 months, the underwire was going to break. And I was always just miserable in a bra. And a lady that I've known for 20 years, who is the most modest woman in the world, said, Amy, next time you come to Texas, you need to try this. And I was like, okay. And I did. And I was like, oh my gosh. I tried it on. It was great. But when I put my bra back on, I was like, not happening again. Not happening again. Not doing it again. But then, because I'm like, other women hate their bra too, we talk about it all the time. So I was able to share with other women how amazing they feel and they look, and they are just amazed by it. And I do, even part time. Some months are better than others, but I make anywhere from $1,000 to $2,500 a month just in the niches of my time. And part of that is the community of women who love this product, who constantly are sharing it with their friends. Part of it is you're working a little bit too to do it. But I mean, it's been amazing. I mean, for Christmas, we decided that the kids, the older kids don't need anything. And why don't we, pay for a vacation every year for them? So now each year with Ruby Ribbon money, we take our family on a vacation, and it's so much fun. It's something they don't have to worry about, and they can still go on vacation with their friends or by themselves or whatever. But we're also having a family vacation, and that means something to me, like making memories with my family. And Ruby Ribbon has definitely allowed us to be able to do that and not worry about it, and still be able to go on a vacation by ourselves if we want to. So it's amazing. It's an amazing community. The women are absolutely amazing. They're the most fun women I've ever met in my life. And I love the events we go to as well. So
Yes, I love that. And so many good things that you touched on there. The community and the culture that we have here at Ruby Ribbon is beautiful. And we have, these amazing, fun events that we can go to in person to meet and hug, and they're not canceled. It's just
yay, I
a
know.
beautiful thing to be able to go get together. And how wonderful that you've been able to use the income from your business to cultivate your family culture too. That time together and travel together. And, I know so many women who, maybe work a full-time job and also a part-time job on top of that. And they don't have that time, that they want and need to spend with their family. And I feel like that's such a difference, here at Ruby Ribbon compared to maybe some other jobs that people might pick up on the side. So beautiful. I love that. And so my last question, Amy, is for anybody listening who might be considering becoming a stylist, or maybe they're new to our community and maybe they're feeling a little bit unsure about this. Maybe they joined for, the comforts, but they're not sure if they want to share with friends. What would you recommend to someone who's in that position?
I'm just going to tell you, it's kind of like learning a new language. I lived in Russia for 5 years. I had to learn a language. And guess what? When you're learning a language, you make mistakes, but you're learning. And so, my suggestion is take the first step. It's always scary to take the first step, but once you do it, you have people around you that will help you if you fail or fall, and keep going, because this is the most. I've never sold anything in my life, never. I've always just been in the ministry and living a life of Christ and sharing Christ with people. But it's different when you're trying to sell something to people, but it's not. It's the same. You're learning. You might fall down, but get back up, because women love it. What other product is out there that 9 out of 10 women buy it when they try it on? I mean, you're not going to fail much. Even if you stumble over your words, when they try it on, that's all it needs. They don't, it doesn't matter what you say. You can be quiet and just say, just try this on and for me and tell me what you think. And then that's it. They're like, oh my gosh, do I have to take it off? I'm like, yeah, unfortunately you do, but that's okay. We can order you one.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. And so Thank you so much for sharing, Amy. And it's so true. You know, we have so many options. Not every cami is for every lady, but we have a cami for every lady. And for
Amen.
those of you, you know, maybe you have a vibrant social circle in your community like Amy does, or maybe you have, you know, a really small network like I did when I got started. And, you know, I personally share more of this online. There are options for everyone in between and success and support systems to plug into. And I love what you said, Amy. It's just taking the first step. Most of our, you know, obstacles or the chances that we don't take just take place like in our
Yes.
minds. You know,
Yes.
it's not hard. It's very simple. It's just, you know, overcoming that fear of taking those, you know, that first step. And I love that how we have, you know, a step by step, one at a time, someone holding your hand along the way. So
Yep.
well, thank you, Amy. It has been so nice getting to know you a little bit better. I'm so excited to see you at our upcoming company trip and to get to hug you in person because
Yes, I'm
I'm not yet
excited.
able to do that. And if you're watching, ladies, please give Amy some love in the comments. And if you are a stylist and you are wanting to do an interview like this and share your story, share a recent win that you have had, we would love to have you. So please feel free to reach out for that. And I hope you all have a beautiful day. Thank you again, Amy, and
Thank
we will chat
you.
soon. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.